Hi, this is Jenny with the Cozy Collective. I wanted to do a walkthrough video to show you how to use the community. So this is the login page. You're going to enter the email that you gave at checkout and the password that you created at checkout. If you already use the Circle app for another group, you can log in with that and you'll see multiple groups when we get to the next page, and I'll show you what that looks like because I have multiple groups. So let's sign in. And this is what it looks like when you get into the community. So these are multiple apps or multiple groups that I'm in. So if you're only in the Cozy Collective, this is the one you'll see. So you won't have to toggle back and forth. If you do use Circle in multiple groups, then you can just click each one to toggle back and forth. So this is our logo, and you can have a couple of options here. You can see keyboard shortcuts if that's important to you and you like to use your keyboard. And if you like the dark mode, you can switch to dark mode. And across the top here, this is the home page. So when you come in on the web browser, you will come to this. I'm pretty sure when you do it on the app, you'll go straight to the feed, which, I mean, technically this is the feed. So it just looks a little bit different depending on if you're using the app or if you're using the web browser version. So the events tab it's actually in two places, but this is an easy one. And it shows the one coming up, the most recent, and then it goes, to the one scheduled out, and you can RSVP here. And really what that does is it lets you add it to your calendar, and you can select the recurring event if it's a recurring event. And I want to confirm attendance, and it just says thank you for registering, but you get an email that lets you add it to your calendar. So then we go to the members tab, and this is where you can see, it's kind of just the directory of all the members. You can search for members, you can view profiles. If they've put in their location, you can see that here. You can choose to connect, and this is kind of just a direct connection so that if you connect, you'll see when they post to particular things. Technically you're connected to everybody just because you're all in the Cozy Collective together. So the other really fun thing here is for everybody who puts in their location, we can view it on a world map, and it kind of shows us, it'll pop up pins where each of these people are. So Melody says she's in Missouri. My admin profile, I had just put United States. And so as we get more members, come back and look at this map. It'll look really fun. Leaderboard. This is just something fun right now. We might use it later. So they call it gamification. It's kind of a way to make interacting in memberships a little more fun. So at some point we might use this, but we did go ahead and name these, I guess, levels. And so you'll see this in your member profile when I'll show you mine here in just a second. But you can see at any time where you are, how many points to level up. Like I said, if we have interest, we might use this later. You can search here for anything in the group. Once we go through some of the spaces, I'll do a search and we'll see what comes up. These will be your notifications, your inbox, your mentions, people you're following. You can do all of them. You can do archived ones. You can mark them all as read. You can open this on a full page, and you can change your notification settings. So this will be an important thing so that if you don't want to get notifications for a certain space, maybe you don't cook or you're not interested in anything to do with the kitchen, and you can take that off. Or you can take off or add on if you want to get them both in email and here in the app, or if you just want one or the other or neither. And these are your bookmarks. So you can actually bookmark like any post, any space. I'll try to remember but you can bookmark comments, you can bookmark events. When the course goes live, you can bookmark lessons. It looks like you can even bookmark messages. So this is a really nice place to be able to it's kind of like a Post-it note that way, but it's not laying all over your house like mine are. And then this is you can view and edit your profile. You can also access your notification settings that we just looked at. Authentication, if you want to do where you have to authenticate to get logged in. And this is where you can change your payment and also where you can cancel. So I'm going to go to the profile, and you can change your picture. You can see all of your posts you've done, all of your comments, all of the spaces you're in. You can edit. This is where you'll put in anything you want to put in. So you can set your time zone, you can set your name, upload a photo, you can put in your location, any of your websites or social medias, and always hit the save changes down here. And then the notifications, again, this is just another way to access it. You can set your privacy, like if you don't want your profile to show in that member directory, you can turn it off here. You can turn on or off the prevention. If you don't want other members to private message you, you can turn that on. Technically, you can block members. If an issue ever arises that you feel you have to block somebody, please contact one of the admins and hopefully we'll never have to use this. Again, the authentication, you can change your password, you can turn on your two-step, and then your billing will show you your subscription and what the price is that is active. And you can change it. You can change your card that you're using here in payment methods. And you can also change your address, like your billing address, because that will need to match when the card runs. And then you can also cancel your membership here. Okay, so those are profiles. So that's everything across the top. So let's go to down the side here. Let's go down here. So this is the feed. This is the newest activity. So either it's the newest post, the newest event that was created, or it's like the post with the newest comment or something like that. So theoretically, the feed will always be bumping up to the newest, just like you see in, Facebook or something like that. We have our upcoming events right here, and you can click on any of these to get to them. When one of them is live, it will have a notification. I think it's bright red that shows that it is live, and you can click on that to join. The trending posts, that's just the ones with probably the most activity, like the most recent and the one with the most activity. So you can scroll through here and you can, click on multiple things. You can see Melody is an admin and a founding member. You can see that this post is in the space All Things Books. You can bookmark it, then you can remove the bookmark. And if you don't want to bookmark it, you can follow a post, and that just means that you'll get notifications specifically about this post when other people comment on it. You can also click on the bookmark to remove the bookmark. Okay, let's go to this post. So when you click on a particular post, it pops up. It just brings it to the front. You can make it bigger. You can do the same thing we just did. And you can heart it, you can comment on it, and then that will bring up the comment thing down here. So with comments, there are lots of options. You can use this and it gives you all the options listed. You can link it to another space or post or whatever. You can add something. You can attach something. You can attach a video. You can attach a GIF. You can do an image. You can add an emoji. You can record a voice message. And you can record a video clip. So there are whole bunches of options here in the posting. Let's see. So that's basically how you can interact with every single thing that's in your feed. So let's go over here to the list of spaces. Here in the start here, that's where this video that you're watching right now is going to live. And that will be in this Welcome Friends. And it will be in this post right here. Then in the introduce yourself, this is basically telling us, how to use it. So if I want to post my intro post in here, I will do new post. And then it's optional to put a title. You can put that, you can write something, and then it's all of the same options that we had. And then it's telling us where we're posting. We're posting in introduce yourself here. If you were here and you were like, oh, I actually wanted to post this in the kitchen channel, then you could use this drop down and you could choose the correct one that it's supposed to go to, and it'll let you do that. And then this will pop up, the publish when you actually put something in here, you can hit the publish. And yes, I'm okay. I want to cancel that. So this is the introduce yourself. You can read through this. Basically, we want you to introduce yourself here. In general, this is for the catch-all for everything that doesn't fit somewhere else. And as we go, if we have some of these that don't get use, we'll take them out. If we have things that get more use and we think they need their own space, we'll just do that. So it'll be kind of a living, flowing thing that is acclimated to however the members use it. So in the general, hi friends. Yeah. So Melody says this is your cozy kitchen table space. So basically you can, do whatever doesn't go anywhere else here. So each of these is its own discussion area, and there are no posts here yet. So you can create a post with this, or you can create a post with this. In the kitchen, we're going to have, everybody needs supper ideas. So we're definitely going to have that. We're going to have some gardening for anybody that is, newer or more experienced. We have a faith channel here, and, just for some spiritual support and inspiration. And, you can heart something. You can actually make a comment if you want to put a different emoji or something like that. And just, note that all of these different ways to interact are available across all of the different spaces. So that's really nice. We have a dedicated space for praise and prayer requests, praise reports and prayer requests. Now this is a special place because currently we're doing a founding members launch. And so this will be a special place just for them. And so if you're seeing this video later and you don't see this, that's why, because it was a special place just for the founding members. Here we're going to do a Friday fun conversation. This is our April. Each month, this will be updated, and each month we'll have a monthly challenge. And so April's monthly challenge is Garden Grace. So we're talking about just growing something. And one of mine and Melody's favorite things about this community will be the book talks. So we have 2 book clubs, the Cozy Corner book club, and you can click on this and see when the first one is scheduled, and you'll actually see that in the events also. And then we call this so this one is where you can read any book you want, and we just come and talk. Everybody talks about the book that they read. This is a great way it's very informal, and so you can read whatever you want. You never have to read the same book if you don't want to as the rest of the group. And it's a really good place to get ideas for other books to read. And then we have the more traditional book club, which we're calling Honeybrook, because that's the cute little name of the pretend town community that Melody and I have come up with for kind of what we want to call our little group. And so this is our first book club is coming up, and we are going to read one story. We'll read the same story, and we'll have that list added here any day. And then this is the Talk All Things book. You can put anything in this one. I see Melody has recommended, because I believe today might be Earth Day. And so she recommended this book for Earth Day. And just as a side note, this author's books are crazy adorable. These are really awesome books. And then we have Good Things. This is another place to find the events. It just happens to be in 2 places. Same thing, just in 2 different places. And then this is the resource library. So you can read through here the point of the resource library. But basically, we've broken it down into different topics, and we'll be adding as we go. We have several things added right now for your use right away. And then as we go, we'll add more things that, especially things that are maybe requested or we see that would get the most use, that would be the most helpful. So to access these, you can go into each of these topics, and it, tells you a little bit here. So this is the travel topic. It first has an image of the item, and then this just means it's a file that you can open and download. So if you click on it, and it will let you download, and I'll save it and download it. So I can open it for you. And anything that is in here are yours to use, personally, in your family, in your life. if you have any ideas for any ways to make them better, feel free to let us know. So this is this particular one. And you can, this one you'd probably want to print because a child is probably going to use it when you're traveling. So each of these topics will eventually have things in them. They don't all have something in them right now. We didn't want to overwhelm you with options, but just know that the full image shows what it is. And then the second piece is the part you can actually download. So if you have any questions about that, just let us know. In your welcome email, you received the link to the app to download, but here is another place to access the Android app and the iOS app. So you can just click on those and go to it if you want to add it to your phone or your iPad. I can't think of anything else. I had to look at my notes and I'm not seeing anything else. If you ever have questions about this, feel free to drop it in the general, and that way, if other people also have that same question, they'll get it answered at the same time. So any questions, throw them in general. We are happy to answer anything, and we're so happy you're here.